So, my dear Sagittarius, today is the day the Sun and the new moon are both in your sign. You do not have any other person interfering with you being the light and also you being the dark. And this is what the blending is, the blending of the positive and the negative, the blending of all contrary things, right? And sometimes it's not easy to understand it, but when we look at this woman, we get it, right? We pour one cup into the other and then back and forth. We understand what blending means. So you are here today having your sun and new moon moment, planting a seed. That's what the grandmother is bringing. You plant a seed today for the next 6 months, and then you again in the full moon. Today we read a last time to the left, and as such I would have to put the 18th here and the 19th here because we're going to the left, right? So observe, watch that. The sun is this extroverted energy, the one that shines the light onto everything. And the moon is, of course, the introverted energy, the one that brings out of your subconscious those feelings, and you can learn through that tremendously. You are ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is, of course, the expansion, the grandeur that we wish to see in the world. And here in your deck, it's the harvest, right? It's the number 10, and as such, that's your planet that is ruling you. Today we look at Pluto. Pluto has moved on the 19th of November into Aquarius, and I'm using that as an overall theme, as the title of the reading, and that's the last judgment here, the discernment that you find in your 7th chakra, in the emotional intelligence that we need to understand that this is not a personal planet, it's a planet of generations. And so we will look at that through the Lifruma Healing Oracle. So you are the one that blends the energies together, and as such I give you Paschimottanasana, the forward bend, the looking deep within. I let go of the past so that I can find deep within myself who I am truly, and you are the guardian angel. You are the eagle as a court card. Is your birthday between November 13 and December 11, then is this your court card. If not, look in the description. I have listed all the dates of the court cards, and so you can have a look. You're the 9th zodiac sign, and the 9th house is learning and believing that you can fly, that you can rise, right? That you have the power to make things grand. And as such, you are Sagittarius, the one that wants to discover the world, right? And is going in places no one else would dare to go. So this is you, right? The eagle. And we're of course gonna look at that as well. So back to the last reading to include the cyclical energies, where the Scorpio Sun gave Sagittarius Moon the light. Eve is inspiring you to become your most authentic and real self. So I looked if there is a reoccurring card, and I did not see one, and as such we can begin. It's almost like you have understood something, and we will see what is now coming to you through the first station, the discernment, right? Pluto. And the first card is lace, leech, emotional bleed. I'm going to read this card to you, the number 72 here down in the corner. And here we get the rune letter and the grim harvest seeking balance. Profound hard wound bleeding, grief pouring, emotions soaring, tears raining down ceaselessly. Pain after pain after pain, and you can't explain it away. Feel it, bleed it, pour it all out until you and it are almost broken from exhaustion. Now, see how clearing pain makes space for new treasures deeper in your heart. What a beautiful message, right? Very painful. At the same time, we get the understanding that when you go deeper into the pain, then you are realizing that we have the possibility to come out of it. And so this card says everything about profound alteration, cauterize, time soup, cosmic kick, return love, drained, heal and tend, broken-hearted, hooked, buried pleasures, despair, addictive, and crushed. So, see what it is that you feel like now noticing with this energy in your life. And it is the judgment, the discernment that is looking at this card. So we have the 72 plus the 20 is the 92. And of course, the 2 is always the duality, the 0 is the new beginning. And we have 20 years now Pluto in Aquarius. And Pluto in Aquarius is like we're in an air sign. And we are going to be mentally working now with the shadow and mystical side of Pluto. He's brutal, he's not gentle, and you can see already tears are flowing, and you gotta let go of the things that hurt you. Because the 7, the emotional intelligence, and the 2, again, the duality here, we get a 22 in a way, right? Not really, but I'm just letting you know the 22 is the Fool, is Uranus. Now, the 92 calculated together, we get the 11. There is the inner teacher that brings you a portal, and in that portal, you're recreating something new. What is Aquarius saying to Pluto in its sign? You get here the Queen of Swords, and it's so amazing. Look at this. I mean, here we get in each card a circle, but now she sits here on this circle, on this balloon, on this house, and there is an oxymoron happening because a house cannot be a balloon, and she sits on it, and look where she's looking at. She's actually, when I put the card here, looking with her glasses into the word leech. And a leech feeds off your blood. And so in your blood stream, you realized something, right? There is something where you were having this emotional bleeding through a relationship, through a partner. And it's almost like saying, well, it's coming back. So look at it very closely. This is Libra. This is the 7th zodiac sign. So we have the 11 and the 7, which creates the 11th of July or the 7th of November as a date. And so she is looking at the leech. And it's interesting, if we would have gone to the right, she would have been over there. She would look away from this. But because we're reading to the left, now she is looking at this. And she's looking at it very closely. And you see here that the 7 is this woman standing up and sees the buffalo. And we understand that the 7 is the emotional intelligence. She's the 7th zodiac sign. And Libra is here to help you to see something. Now, what is Libra saying? We get the sun, right? And the sun is, of course, the rebirth. Always understand that you can be reborn again, no matter what happened to you. And that's what's saying here. At the bottom, you can recreate yourself. So you have the sun behind you. You have the opportunity right now to really look at what happened here. It's not the other who did that to you. You let that happen to you. And so the 19 becomes the 10 and the 7, the 17. That's Aquarius. That's the star. And here the sun is a dwarf star. And so observe this message. It's so powerful, right? So let's do here a 9. The 9 and the 17, right? This is the 17th of September. And in there you see, of course, that the 17th of September is a date that may say something to you or not, right? But see, then the 17 turns into an 8, the 8 and the 9 is again the 17, and the 8 is left. Strength. An enormous strength to sit here and to look at the leech, to look at the emotional bleeding that you went through, right? And so really look at it and see what is it that you want, right? When you go today deeper within, into this new moon, into this, like, I have arrived at myself, where I give myself these seeds so that I can arrive in a new me, in a new consciousness. Now, the eagle is bringing you the Fool, the seed. And of course, you are looking close at the emotional bleeding that you went through. And so for some reason, the seed is saying, well, begin a new cycle. Today is the moment to ask for it. Today is the moment where the grandmothers are planting a seed in your dreams, and as a dream you see that any wish can be fulfilled. The 0 and the 9 is the 90. Begin to come into a completion, begin to soar, begin to fly away from the things that don't make sense, and so that are not good for you anymore. And you see she's looking at the left. When we become the card, she is going to the right. She's planting the seeds, right? And here he goes to the right, but he's going to the left. So there's always a cycle, right? How do I look at it? Am I looking at it from an outer perspective, or am I looking at it from an inner perspective? And so you see the 90, the completion that is talking here. Then of course I want to know, what is this seed bringing? And it's the 10 of Cups, which is Mars in Pisces. And the 10 of Cups is this, like, I am absolutely happy. This is the rainbow of hope. This is you seeing that, yes, I did see what happened, and I look close, but behind it I have the sun that turns the 1 and the 9 into a 10. So you have a 10-10 portal, right? And so when I see the 10 and the 0, I have 100%. You begin a completely new life where you are giving yourself the happiness by knowing deep within, you know the happiness is feeding you. But when you then become the card, you know that this is feeding the outside. So 100% you can be happy. 100% you can see the last sentence. Now See how clearing pain makes space for new treasures deeper in your heart, right? And so beautiful. The message is flowing and I can feel it, right? So sometimes I get cards where I have a difficult time to get through. I make mistakes, I need to cut, but sometimes it just flows and I feel it's flowing. So what is coming here from the Mother Peace Tarot? The Ten of Wands to the right down. Now, this is interesting, right? So you have here the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is suppression. Suppression through a group of people, a suppression where you need to look why you let that happen. Now, I need to see why this is in reverse, because it's a different meaning. She's pulling back her energy. She may not have gone far enough, or she sensed it would be a waste of her energy to continue in a particular direction. So when it's upright, have a look. The priestesses are having an all-night trance dance to raise energy for healing themselves and others. So why you're pulling back? Why are you not seeing that you have here, there's a child crying, why you are not seeing the Ten of Cups here, right? So you have 10 and 10, and that's then a 20. If I calculate together, plus the 0, 200. So you're pulling away from something. What is it that you're pulling away? Is it that you realizing that you can make yourself happy, but maybe you're attached to oppression because the 10 is pointing over to the 10 of Cups? Are you thinking you're not good enough to receive 10 cups? Are you thinking that Mars in Pisces, right? Mars is a warrior, that you fought for this happiness, that you're not deserving it, and so you're attached to someone that is oppressing you, you're attached to someone that is not giving you the freedom that you can plant any seed that you want, that you can grow into anything that you want. So observe that, right? The 20 is here. Observe that in your head, in the understanding that Pluto has shown you now that this is not something you want ever again in your life. And so Libra is helping you to see that. Libra is the one that says, well, this is Saturn in Sagittarius, right? And Saturn is the world. There are people out there that suppress other people because when they're too happy, it's kind of like annoying, right? And so observe why you are not letting yourself really have a good time. Now we're going to look at the harvest, at Jupiter. Jupiter is bringing you the white rose of hope, and that's the number 30. And so we know we had 10 cups and we had 10 wands, that's 20, and we had the sun, which when we calculate together we get also a 10. So you had 3 times the 10, the 30, and that's the white rose of hope. Do not give up hope that there is someone out there for you, because the 10 and the 30 creates the 40. You understand that you need to become the card, because she's looking to the right, external, but to the right the external becomes wisdom in the internal. And so become her, right? Become her, because she looked at what happened here very clearly, right? And so you know that she is looking away. But I could also put her here, right? She knows deep inside of her who she really is, and that's why she can look at this and be like, okay, this was just a test. Do I want this test? right? Do I want to continue having this test? What is coming from your deck? The example of the errors. And the example of the errors is Aquarius. And Aquarius is the 11th zodiac sign, so we have a portal right away here, and you see how she's teaching this child what she has learned. And you see that here with the 1 and the 11, you get 3 times the 1. And 3 times the 1, you understand that you are learning to empower yourself with the hope that you never give up, with the understanding that you need to stand up for yourself, right? So the 11 and the 30 is a 41, and the 41 plus the 1 here is the 42, the 6, self-love. Self-love is all we need to understand that here Jupiter is saying, love yourself, you are worth it. Now, what is coming from the Mother Peace Tarot? The 9 of Swords, slightly to the left. And the 9 of Swords, right, is pointing to the 11 here. So the 9-11 is happening here, or the 11-9. But see, when we calculate this together, we get the 20, and the 20 is then here the discernment. Have the discernment to look at this, right? You see what you seeing. Is it clear? Do you have nightmares, and in those nightmares something is talking to you? Some dreams are clear, some dreams are letting us know it's done, it's finished, right? And the 9 of Swords is Mars in Gemini, and Mars in Gemini is your opposite sign that you are gonna head to when you getting your full moon, right? You're getting your full moon in the month of Gemini. And so the 9-11 or the 11-9 is a date here that you should observe, right? And look, she is putting her back to this situation. She's like, no, I am following this white rose. I am this special woman. So the 30 and the 10 is the 40. The 40 and the 10 is the 50. And again, the 10 is the 60. Self-love, right? If you love yourself, you know exactly what you're doing here. You know exactly that you listen, right, to the wisdom of an elder, and in there you getting the harvest. You harvest what you cultivate deep within you, and as such you want to know that this is really something you don't want, right? Because you are learning something here, and so watch and observe that. Now we're looking at the moon, the grandmothers. And the grandmothers are special, right? Like we know, it's bringing you here the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, the number 24. The 24, again, the 20 inside, the discernment, Pluto. The 4 we know is the emperor, and then together the 6. The 6 and the 9 from the 18 calculated together, we get the 15. Don't get attached to anything. Liberate yourself. See that the galactic mushroom is bringing you that in the divine matrix, everything has a reason for everything. And so watch what kind of dreams you want to dream. Watch if you want to stay in this kind of nightmare dream, or do you want to create a new dream, a dream where you are becoming the master of your own life. What is coming from your deck? The 4 of Errors. That's Jupiter in Libra. And Jupiter in Libra is, of course, here through the Queen of Swords. She sees everything. She is so precise. She's so clear. She can help you to see the things that we sometimes overlook. And the Four of Errors, right, is that moment where we, through Jupiter in Libra, Jupiter that is ruling you, we learn to grow on a deeper level in the Four of Errors. We learn to master ourselves. We learn to arrive at ourselves through meditation, through being present in what I'm doing. And so the 6 and the 4 is the 10 and the 9, the 19, the 19. The sun is in your sign today, so observe and listen to that and know that you can be anything, right? The 19, the 10, a new cycle will begin after this new moon. And so what is the Mother Peace Tarot saying? We get the Shaman of Swords slightly to the right, and the Shaman of Swords slightly to the right is here, the example of the errors. So you have Aquarius twice, and Pluto in Aquarius is gonna make the veil thinner. We're going to be more clairvoyant, clear visual. We're going to see through the bullshit. We're going to see that people are not really meaning what they're saying, that we see that what happened here in the emotional bleeding that you went through, it's kind of like you are seeing Libra, which is the Queen of Swords, right? And now twice here, the King of Swords, that you see in the Four of Swords, and the 4 and the 9 of Swords is the 13, a transformation, a big transformation where you're not wanting to live the type of life that you used to live. It's finished, right? And so you are knowing that the white rose is here for a reason, that you are this beautiful woman, that you are understanding that there's an 11-11 portal, 2 times the 11, right? And in that you see 11-11 o'clock or 11th of November, and so you understand that you creating a new paradigm, a paradise that you can be who you always want to be, right? And so we get here the 10 and the 9, the 19, the 10 is left, the 10 and the 11, again 3 times the 1. Empower yourself from deep within and know that this is something you actually created yourself. What is it that Aquarius is saying to you? The 8 of Cups is coming. And the 8 of Cups is letting you know, walk away. You have something good, but walk away to find something even better. You see here the moon, it's waning to the left, which means it's waning, it's going to the new moon. And it's like you are walking away from something that's not working, and you understand that here the 10 that was left here, right, we get with the 8, the 18. This is what the moon does, right? The 18, you understand very clearly now that the new seed is to walk away from things that didn't work in the first place. Never go back to something that was, right? Rather be alone, do your thing, and then wait that someone is really gonna be there, because she walks from 8 cups to 9 cups, and we did have 10 cups and now 8 cups. That's 18 cups, right? That's the moon. The moon is saying, you know that you're happy, so you continue your path to more happiness, and know that the signs are here to let you know that, right? 18 cups is the 18 in your subconscious, in your gut. You know that something is out there that is better for you that you could ever have dreamed of, right? But you have to trust it. You have to walk away from something that's good to something that's even better. Saturn in Pisces. The whole world is walking away from Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto in Aquarius is not gonna be all perfect, because Pluto in general is the one that is making you realize this is a wake-up call. Certain wake-up calls are life-changing, altering your whole perspective on this world. Good. Now we look at the sun, and the sun is bringing you here the lake, the depth of the lake, and the sun is bringing the light, and you go deep down into the dark, right? So this is the new moon, and here is the sun, both in your sign, and you start to realize, yep, this is where I want to go. I want to go deep down into my subconscious, right? And so the sun, the 19, and here the 31 becomes the 4. The 10 and the 4 is the 14, and that is you. The deeper you go, the more you realize who you truly are, that you're a guardian angel, and as a guardian angel, you're special. So don't sell yourself for anything less than what you really can handle. Then from your deck comes the Emperor, the command. Now, the command is really interesting because sometimes we will have this wishful thinking, make a wish, plant a seed, and hopefully it will happen. When you give a command, the universe knows that's what you want. So command through the 4 elements. You are being the 5th element here, right? Command that which you want. You want to dive deep into the lake. You want to know that you have created your own castle, your own lake, your own beautiful life, your own 10 of cups, right? And another 8 cups that says, well, I'm gonna walk around and see all these couples. I will find my partner because I know he's out there, right? And so Aries is bringing you this command. And so I want to see, what is Aries saying? Aries is bringing you the Magician, and that's Mercury. Mercury, right? It's like you get to create your magic life. Look at this, it's like wow, right? And so the 4 portal plus the 1, right? The 1 with the 19 is the 20. It's almost like you know that the last judgment is saying, have the discernment to see what you had back then and why you walking away from that, because Libra helped you to look at it really profound. And so you know the 20 is here through the 19 and the 1, right? But the 4 and the 1 is a 5. The 5 and the 4 is the 9, completion. You coming into a completion in what you're doing, how you're living, and that you will find the magic partner. He will come, right? Just trust that you command it to the universe, and the universe will bring it to you. Now I want to know what is, of course, the Magician bringing to you, and the Magician is bringing you the Sweat Lodge. Now go deep within, right? Go deep into the lake after you've been in the Sweat Lodge, right? These work together. A Sweat Lodge where you know that you are the light, that you can create whatever you want to create. We have the 54, right? We have here the 5, right? And we have here the 4, which is the 9. And so here again a 9. A 9-9 portal is letting you know you're becoming creative in survival, you're becoming creative in what you command your life should be. You are the master in your life, and as such you see the message is so clear, right? Don't give in to these small little things, right? You lived through it. Liberate yourself. You have the Fool, you have Uranus, right? And you know that something really profound is coming here to you. So of course I want to see what is the Mother Peace Tarot bringing, and the Mother Peace Tarot is bringing you the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter to the right. And so here we have this little yellow box here, right, as a sign. That's the zodiac sign that's talking, and the 10 is pointing here at this. And so I'm just gonna read to you which zodiac sign is coming up here, and you won't believe what is coming here, right? So I just want to show you again here the yellow box. It's Aquarius. Artemis of Ephesus, last millennium. Artemis welcomes many to her numerous breasts. She renews her energy in quiet moments. She is ready again to open her arms to others. Wow, what a beautiful message you're getting. It's kind of the Four of Arrows, the quiet moments where you in this 4-4 portal command what it is that you want in the future, and you will get it. You really will get it. You will get it now through the age of Aquarius. You can create your own amazing connection here with Aquarius. You see this? It's crazy, right? It's like this is pointing at this. You, when you dive and let yourself fall deep, right? Which is also, of course, Mars in Pisces. This is the 10 of Cups, and the 4 is the 14. That's you. That's the blending, right? That's the 5. And the 5 is coming up here by the Magician and Aries. Here they create, right, new things. And now Aquarius is coming and letting you know you are here the one that creates this new paradigm. And you see it. You see that, right, from high above, because we are in an air sign. And it's like amazing, right? So you see all of this. You know that you cannot just be happy with anything anymore, because the Wheel of Fortune brought you here. The white rose of hope. Never give up hope. You rather dive deep down than taking anything less than what you think is good for you. And so you see here, it's like a circle is closing to Jupiter. You create what it is that you want to create, right? So we have a 4-4 portal, right? Then here with the Sweat Lodge and the Magician, we have the 55, right? Here is a double meaning in the 2 times 5, the portal. 2 times 5, we have the 10, and we have the Sun, which is also a 10, a 10-10 portal, a 4-4, a 1-1, again an 11. I mean, you understand very clearly the 11, and that you are ready to shine and to command to the world out there in the age of Aquarius. That's what you're doing, that's what you walking away from. You see that she's walking towards her, and she sees, oh, I'm walking towards myself. I'm not walking towards a person, I'm walking towards myself. And so you are finding yourself in all of this, right? The 10 and the 4, the 14. Here you are, Temperance, the blender. You are that special woman that never gives up hope. That's what you are, because the 3 is the Empress. That's actually the Venus energy that is shining through here, right? And so understand, today is the moment where you plant the seed. Plant that seed and know that you're gonna be reborn, and that life is gonna be amazing, that the sun is with you, that you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna also let go of things that are not so great, right? These nightmares, and that you are looking for a partner, but you will see, right? Because you had 10 and 8, 18 cups, that's 9, the 9, the completion. When you arrive at yourself, you know that 8 dots, she is then in the end the 9th dot, and that's where the 8 walks towards. It always walks to the 9 of Cups. And so you understand very clearly that you are in for a deeper level of seeing that life offers you a complete new beginning, right? Finish the oppression, finish that you let yourself be pushed and guided by anybody. So command that which you want, because the magician has all 4 elements and he knows exactly what to do with them. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. An amazing reading, right? Even for me, again, it was like, I feel there's a story for me as well. And so I wish you a beautiful ceremony, right? Plant the seed. Really plant this new seed for the next 6 months to the full moon. And so I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the sun in Capricorn, right? There is no money here. So it's all about feelings and thoughts, right? Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.